Hello everyone, and welcome to a new video series I'll be doing on the side as a kind of experiment to see how it goes. Don't know how long it'll keep going, but for now, well, just kind of deal with it, I guess. This is Minecraft, but as you can probably see, it's not normal Minecraft. I appear to have a waypoint for some reason. This is Agrarian skies. The problem is I don't really want to, excuse me, I don't really want to just talk, because there's a mod included in this mod pack which essentially causes me to lose hunger even if I'm standing still doing nothing, and food is a big problem at the very beginning. I have set the graphics to I ate my life. This is terrible, because I have to punch this tree down. Almost might we want to restart, but no. Let's try and go with it. It is definitely among the worst things that could happen for a first thing. Now this pack, this map, as I said, it's heavily modded. I guess I could open NEI and make sure I'm not in cheat mode. I want to be in recipe mode, I think. Now, it has a ton of stuff, as you can see. Lots and lots of new blocks. It'll be a huge thing getting through all this. There's, as you can see, lots and lots of things. What makes this a little different from normal Minecraft, however, is the quest system, because we actually have quests.
It has been a horrible 10 years. Code Wizard.
I don't think I want to show you that bit in the beginning. It's basically, it's kind of a backstory to the map, but it's not so relevant on this version. Essentially, the whole world was destroyed. We're the only survivor. We have to rebuild it. That's about it. And the quests, they're split up into 9 sections, but the only section that we can really deal with at the moment is learning to Skyblock. And the first one is using the book, and what we have to do is craft a wooden plank for this quest. So obviously, let's craft a wooden plank. Go back to our book. Ta-da! We've crafted it, so it's now fulfilled. And we can claim the reward, which is an apple and a pickaxe. Now the next thing here would be building a bookbinder. We can't do that yet, so I won't deal with it at the moment. Next thing, we have a second type of quest, which is a manual completion test, which basically means we actually have to hand in items. So I hit manual submit, and this takes 1 oak wood plank from my inventory, and I can claim the reward, which is the quest delivery system. As I said, this just teaches us how the game works, and I also need the hopper from here. The quest delivery system is essentially a different way to do quests. I'll show you that in a second. Because this is well, that's what's required for this test, for this quest. We have to hand in another oak wood plank, but we can't hit manual submit. So we can use the quest delivery system to essentially deliver items and liquids as well to a quest. So we go to the quest that we want to deal with, which is currently the QDS quest. Select task. Then we leave the book and right-click on the QDS, which binds that quest to that block. And now if I put in an oak wood plank here, it instantly gets eaten up by the QDS and counted as quest progress. So da-da! Next thing to do is no help given, which basically says, yeah, we gave you the hopper to show you how the QDS works, but you're not actually getting to keep it. So I now have to manual submit the hopper, and I can claim the reward, which is a full heart and a reward bag. Now the full heart is, think of it like Mario or something, where you find, or all of these old games, where you find hearts and the extra lives. So I eat this, and it gives me an additional life, which basically means how often I die before I lose entirely. The map gets deleted when I die the next time. Problem is I still have to deal with this tree. Let's check what's in the reward bag. Dark wood sapling, now that's useless. Food is a real issue at the beginning of this map, which is why I hate getting a big tree like this. Because apples are quite necessary at the beginning. Okay, I think this might be workable. Need to definitely make a crafting bench, of course. Crafting table. And I'm just starting with that. Then I'm making sticks. And I'm turning the sticks into crooks. And these are a way to get... basically, I can increase the chance to get stuff from leaves using a crook. It gives me an increased chance at saplings, it gives me chances at getting apples as well, and something called silkworms, which is not from vanilla Minecraft, but which is included in this mod. However, I'm not certain I'll be using that on this particular tree. I hate when my first tree goes giant like this, it's quite annoying. Because obviously means we have to jump a lot to actually cut it down, and jumping is really bad at the beginning. Really not something you want to do if you can possibly avoid it. And I set the graphics to simple because with all the stuff that might be running later on, it could be quite problematic for performance. So... Okay, well, we are getting tons of saplings, or at least enough. Because remember, we started out with only one sapling for this oak tree, so any more saplings are, of course, highly appreciated. What I'll actually do is I'll set the graphics to fancy for the moment. And should performance drop too much, I'm basically setting it back to simple, or fast. The first episode will be without cutting, so I'll show you basically 20 minutes of gameplay, roughly 20, 25, you know my usual episode length. Episodes thereafter will be cut short or long, depending on how it goes, but it'll be more of a diary type thing where I will be telling you what I'm going to do next and how I'll go about it. But the actual progress I will probably do large bits of it off camera, because Minecraft doesn't lend itself to standard LP. There's too much repetitive, boring stuff going on that obviously no one, or I suspect people wouldn't, not many people want to see, basically. So just like I did when I did the server LP, it'll be a matter of me telling you, okay, next thing I'm going to do is build this and that, and then next thing you'll see is this and that being finished, essentially. And I still have to punch more wood. I really hate starting off with this. So needlessly wasteful. Because I won't be able to grab all this wood. Well, some of it will fall into the void. Same with the saplings, same with potential apples that I'm getting, and I should also note that the food reward from food items has been reduced, so an apple won't heal me for 2 hunger bars, it'll give me half a hunger. Yeah. I think that's about the gist of it. At the beginning I'm pretty much going to do oak trees only. And I'm well aware that it doesn't make sense getting apples from oak trees, but that's just the way the game is. The reason I'm going for oak trees only is because they give me apples, and I need all the food I can get, so even a single apple might mean the difference between life and death. Because as soon as I hit 0 hunger in this mod, I'm dead instantly. And I lose a life, and I don't have many lives, and there's an apple down there which I really want. Now the good thing, of course, about this is that I now have a lot of saplings and a lot of wood, which is good. But it's also bad because the tree exploded. Which is a phrase I sometimes use for the giant trees. I call this an exploded tree. Not that it actually exploded, but you get the point. Okay, but now let me actually check the quest book, because we have in the beginning, and that requires me to craft a lot of stuff. And I don't know for all of these how they work. I don't want... No, okay, fine. I will make a little bit of wood, because I know I need sticks for some of those things. Need to make blank patterns, which gives me an achievement, but I don't really care about the achievement. This gives me a stencil table, which I believe I need to do. This gives me a part builder, which I need to do for something. I can make a crafting station by just putting a crafting table into a crafting grid. I'm almost certain someone gets money every time I say crafting. I need to make a chest, an oak barrel, and a tool station. Need another stencil? It's a tool station like that? No, that's a part builder. Is that the tool station? It's a stencil table. Okay, so it's going to be a crafting bench with a... Yeah, that's the tool station. Let's make a few more. I need to make a chest. And an oak barrel. These barrels are really, really useful. We'll be using a lot of them, especially early on. So actually might as well end up making a few more of those. Okay, 2 more. 1 more actually. And I actually got a silkworm already, and I completely forgot replanting. Darn, darn, darn. It's those mistakes that will cost me dearly, because I really can't afford to be wasteful. I also have particles turned off, as you can see, by the way. And still don't have an axe, but I might get one soon, so actually... yeah. So I have all the stuff crafted, which means I can now... I get 10 apples, which is great for the beginning. Definitely a good source of food. Quarter of a heart, a reward pack, and an axe of despair is my choice. Next thing to do is smooth as silk. We'll get to that in a bit. Firstly, I'll check the reward bag. And I'll put down the chest, and I guess the barrels as well. The barrels aren't so relevant just yet, but they will be soon. Reward bag. A red herring. That's terrible. Like, it's actually really, really bad. Especially early on, I want the best reward bags possible. Getting crappy ones like that is quite bad. Okay, I'll put most of the stuff away, because if I die, I don't want to lose it, basically. Materials, and you can go, that can go, that can go. The silkworm as well for the moment. Let's do it like this for now. And the quarter of a heart can go away as well. And obviously I craft quarters of a heart into half hearts, which I can craft into full hearts. So that's pretty much intuitive how that works. Now, if you gave me apples, I would be very, very grateful. I mean, I'll take saplings, of course, but... And I'll show you the reason I will take saplings as well. The mod that adds the barrels, I believe it's called Ex Nihilo, and that is, I think, I'm not certain if it's quite proper Latin, but it essentially means from nothing, if I'm correct there. I might be wrong, but I believe that's what it means. And it's something that's done in this mod pack, because we don't have a lot of the stuff we usually have in Minecraft. We don't have a world. We don't have an infinite world where you can go mining. We don't have lava pools. We don't have anything, really. We just have this tiny little platform. And we want a new tree and new bone meal. Okay, that tree's fine. And I should probably use my axe. which is, it's got a wooden axe head, so it's about as fast as a wooden axe. But it's a Tinker's Construct thing, which means the way it is in this mod, my tools that I built with Tinker's Construct or that I get as quest rewards, the tools have experience or I have experience using them, I guess. So as I use this axe, it'll gain experience points. And at certain breakpoints it will level up, increasing in usefulness. So as opposed to normal Tinker's Construct that you might know, where we can just build the item and then it's got a certain amount of modifiers and then we add stuff to it, doesn't work that way here, and I should probably fill up a little bit. It doesn't quite work that way here. Over time, as I become more adept at using the tool, it will gain modifiers and it will become better. And then I can obviously still add stuff to it, but it won't have it by default, I guess. And I wouldn't mind crooking at least most of the leaves. Now, what I'll do in between episodes this time, by the way, as I said, the first one will be a full episode of just 20 minutes of gameplay, no interruptions, no cutting. In between episodes, I'll try to secure my food situation, and I'll show you how that's going to be done. Maybe I'll have to record a little bit back to back here. We'll see. Okay, I'll put down a new tree, but I won't bone meal it yet. So these barrels. I can't sleep yet. Obviously, I don't have a bed, but even if I had one, I wouldn't sleep, because these barrels fill with water if it rains, and I need barrels full of water. And that's sadly something I need to do before I can really make buckets. Yeah, actually I need a barrel full of water before I can make a bucket. I mean, I could take a water from here using a bucket, put it into a barrel, and then I would have a barrel full of water. But I don't have a bucket, and I can't get a bucket. I might just be able to avoid that, but that would be tedious and lengthy. So I'll basically wait until it rains, because then the buckets will fill. But the buckets can do lots, the barrels can do lots more stuff. I need 16 saplings. Because I can put compostable items into these barrels. And as you can see, it's now composting. That's a percentage which is slowly going up. And actually I will turn you big, and I will plant a silkworm, which I found one. Actually I have two, but this one I just found on another tree. And you can only get these if you use a crook. And now this is become infested with silkworms. And as you might expect, silkworms are a way to get, well, string. And short of building a mob tower of some description, it's the only way we have of getting string at the moment. Actually, the one great thing about these Skyblock maps is that mob systems work really well, because we have total control over mob spawning. Now, as this progresses, it'll go to 100%, and it'll infest other leaves close by. So sooner or later, this entire tree will be infested, and then I'll use a crook to get all the leaves down, and that'll give me additional silkworms, I believe, and also, as I said, string, which I really need. And the composting is done. I get dirt out of that. So that's the only way I have in this mod pack, unless there's some other method using magic, but I don't know. There might be. Actually, we can check. Because if I click on an item, it'll give me the recipe. Okay, I can use compressed dirt to turn it back into normal dirt, which I guess makes sense. I can use a block caster if I had molten dirt, but to get molten dirt I would need dirt, so that doesn't work. I can use created dirt to turn it back into blocks. Okay, that also makes sense. So yeah, the barrels are, I believe, the only way to get dirt. And I don't want to be on my apples when I click on the barrel, because apples are compostable. But it would be really stupid of me right now to use my apples to make dirt. So in between episodes, because I believe there will be some in between stuff now, I will essentially expand this platform a little. Maybe... No, actually I have to wait for a moment. I need string first, which I need for this quest. I need tons of stuff that requires string, a bed, which requires wool, so that's 12 string, a fishing rod, which is another 2 string, and the oak sieve requires 9, maybe even 18. We'll have to check. But you see, this is now 100% infested, and it started infesting other leaves. Now all I can do really is wait, trying to move as little as possible. Until the entire tree is infested, and then I'll crook it all. But now I think is a good time to end the episode. I won't do anything in between episodes yet, I believe, because I want to have torches or some sort of light source before I expand the platform to prevent mob spawning. And that means, I guess what I'll do at the moment is just wait. Maybe plot down some of this stuff here. But that's about it. So please let me know what you think. I'll be recording 2 episodes back to back now, I believe. And after that, I guess I'll wait for feedback. So please let me know. Is this something you'd be interested to see or not? It's really quite fun to play. I'm not so certain if it's something you want to watch, but yeah, as I said, let me know. And then we'll see. But what I want to do, actually, I'll cut now and I'll show you what I wanted to do next episode. So I hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.